My name is Arav, and this is the story of how I learned that silence can break a person and courage can rebuild them. I grew up in a small town where everyone knew everyone and where rumors traveled faster than buses on the highway. My mother, Mira, was the strongest person I knew. She woke up before sunrise every day, cooked meals, packed my lunch, washed clothes, and still found time to work as a tailor in our tiny shop near the market. My father had passed away when I was 10, and after that my mother became both my parents. She never complained. She never cried in front of me. She never said life was unfair. She just worked. People in our town respected her at first. They would say, "Mira is brave. Mira is hardworking. Mira raised her son alone." But respect is fragile. It disappears when people think you are weak. After my father died, some relatives started treating us differently. Some shopkeepers stopped giving us credit. Some neighbors stopped inviting us to festivals. Some people whispered when we passed. Still, my mother kept her head high. She taught me one thing: never bow to injustice, but sometimes even strong people get tired. The incident happened on a hot summer afternoon. The market was crowded. Vendors were shouting, children were running, bikes were honking. My mother and I had gone to buy cloth for her shop. She had saved money for weeks to buy good quality fabric. We reached the biggest cloth store in town. It was owned by a man named Raghav. He was rich, powerful, and arrogant. Everyone knew him. He treated poor people like dirt. Still, people went to his shop because he had the best variety. My mother walked in politely. She greeted him with folded hands. "Namaste, Raghav ji." He looked at her and smirked. "Yes, say what you want," my mother asked softly. "I need 10 meters of blue cotton and 5 meters of white silk." He glanced at her clothes and her worn sandals. Then he laughed. "You want silk? Do you even know the price?" Some customers started looking at us. My mother replied calmly, "Yes, I know I have saved money." She took out her purse. Raghav snatched the purse from her hand. He opened it and shook it. A few notes and coins fell on the counter. He laughed loudly. "Is this all? You want silk?" People around us started laughing. My face burned with shame. My mother tried to take back her purse. "Please return it." But he raised his voice. "Listen, woman, go buy from street vendors. This shop is not for beggars." Someone in the crowd said, "She is that tailor widow." No, another said, "Yes, she stitches cheap clothes." More laughter followed. My mother stood frozen, her eyes filled with tears, but she did not cry. She picked up the fallen money slowly. Her hands were shaking. I could not control myself. I said loudly, "You have no right to insult her." Raghav looked at me. "Oh, the sun is barking now." He pushed my shoulder. "Get out before I throw you out." My mother pulled me gently. "Let us go, Arav." Her voice was breaking. We walked out. The market noise continued as if nothing had happened, but inside me something shattered. That night my mother did not eat. She sat quietly near the window, staring outside. I asked her, "Ma, are you okay?" She smiled weakly. "I am fine, Beta." But I knew she was not. For days after that, she became silent. She still worked, still cooked, still smiled, but something was missing. Her confidence was gone. One evening I saw her wiping tears secretly. That moment I decided I will not let this go, not for money, not for pride, but for her dignity. I was studying commerce in college. I was good with numbers and computers. I also worked part-time at a cyber cafe. Over time, I had learned about online marketing, social media, and business reviews. An idea started forming in my mind. Raghav was proud of his reputation. His shop was famous. People trusted him. What if that trust broke? People. I did not want revenge through violence. I wanted justice through truth. First, I started collecting information. I talked to other customers secretly. I found out many had been insulted by him. A poor farmer, a school teacher, a delivery boy, a widow like my mother. But no one spoke publicly because he was powerful. I asked them, "Will you stand with me if I speak?" Some were scared, some refused, but many agreed quietly. Then I created a social media page. I named it Voices of the Market. I started posting anonymously. I wrote about how shop owners treated poor customers without naming Raghav at first. People started commenting, sharing their own stories. The page grew. Within 2 months, it had thousands of followers. Then one day I posted my mother's story in detail, without hiding the pain, without exaggeration. Just truth. I wrote, a widow saved money for weeks to buy cloth. She was insulted, laughed at and thrown out. I added, is this how we treat our mothers? The post went viral. People shared it everywhere. Local journalists noticed. Some asked me privately for proof. I had prepared for that. I had recorded conversations, collected statements, even CCTV footage from a nearby shop, which showed Raghav throwing us out. With help of a friend who worked there, I gave everything to a reporter. Next week, a big article came out. Headline, powerful shop owner accused of public humiliation. The article mentioned multiple victims, not just my mother. It showed evidence. It questioned his behavior. Suddenly people started talking. Customers stopped going to his shop. Other shopkeepers avoided him. His suppliers became cautious. Raghav was furious. He tried to threaten the reporter, but it backfired. More articles came. TV channels arrived. One channel interviewed my mother. At first, she refused. She was scared. But I held her hand. Ma, this is not shame. This is truth. She agreed. On camera, she spoke softly. I went to buy cloth. I was insulted. I did nothing wrong. Her simple words touched millions. People cried, watching her. They called her brave. They called her a symbol. Donations came for her shop. Customers started visiting us. Some even traveled from other towns. Our small tailoring shop became busy day and night. Meanwhile, Raghav's reputation collapsed. Authorities inspected his shop. They found tax issues, license problems, labor violations. He had thought he was untouchable. He was wrong. One day he came to our house. He looked smaller than before. No expensive clothes, no arrogance. He folded his hands. Miraji, I am sorry. Mother looked at him quietly. For a long time she said nothing. Then she replied, you did not insult me alone. You insulted every woman who works hard. I forgive you, but never forget this lesson. Left with tears in his eyes. That day I realized revenge does not mean destroying someone. It means forcing them to see their wrong. Months passed. My mother's confidence returned. She laughed again. She sang while sewing. She walked with pride. Our shop expanded. We hired 2 assistants. I completed my studies. I started helping small businesses grow online. I used my skills to support honest people. The Voices of the Market page became a platform. People reported injustice, shared problems, found solutions. Sometimes I think about that day in the shop. The laughter, the humiliation, the tears. If that had not happened, maybe I would still be silent, still afraid. Pain changed me. It gave me purpose. One evening my mother said to me, Arav, that day you did not just protect me, you protected my soul. I hugged her tightly, and I knew my revenge was not loud, not violent, not cruel. It was honest. It was powerful. It shocked everyone.